This game and this video came as a total surprise to me. I've been making YouTube videos for a while, but this isn't one I expected to be making, and this game, honestly, is never one I would have expected to play. I personally have always thought the idea behind RoboCop was really cool, but the only movie I'd watched leading up to this was the 2014 remake, which, if you've seen it, you would know, it's a fat lump of dog shit. So, when I heard there was a RoboCop game coming out, my expectations were lower than low. And then gameplay and reviews started coming out, and it looked a lot better than I expected, so I figured it was at least worth giving a shot. And damn, I really enjoyed myself. It's not an astounding 10 out of 10, it's not Game of the Year, and Jesus didn't bestow his blessing upon it, but Jesus definitely at least acknowledged it. And with how fun the game was and how easy the Platinum was to get, I figured doing a video about the Platinum was in order. Now, this won't be a super long video, some trophies aren't worth mentioning really, but I'll cover most of them. And I'm going to sprinkle in some moments from the game I found funny or interesting. And then obviously, there'll be pretty heavy spoilers for the main story, so if you want to play, you should probably leave. Starting out, the first trophy I got was simple. I atomized a guy with a fucking computer, and got the strikeout trophy. Soon after, I got a trophy for completing the first mission and tripping balls.
Like the one that took Sud! You hear me?
You work so hard, honey.
The next two trophies I got back to back were for scoring in the game's shooting range. I got one for 200 points, then strangely, one for 150 points, which procced after 200 for some reason, and then I had to redo it because I'm a shitter at aiming, and got the last one for 250 points. The next trophy, and probably my favorite one for obvious reasons, was for shooting an enemy in the piss factory. I got a trophy for giving a parking ticket, and then did a mission helping out two other detectives solving the murder of the average blonde woman for the trophy hard-boiled. I came across a guy who really enjoys doing laundry and trading drugs, and soon after ran into the most annoying character in the entire game. In the arcade, there's a trophy for finding a button on a desk. After going to the area it opens, you receive the first of many OCP training discs for the aptly named I'd Buy That for $1 trophy. In the next mission, you're introduced to the antagonist Wendell Antonowski, and while malfunctioning, he shoots my partner. After this mission ends, and I receive the Dead or Alive trophy, upon completion of the mission, I received an A rank in my evaluation and got the Officer of the Month trophy. One of the next trophies I got was accidental but not unwanted, for shooting the gas tank of a moving vehicle, which I completed by accident by throwing a motorcycle at a guy on a motorcycle. Not quite. And for finishing that mission, I got the 20 seconds to comply trophy. The next mission was nothing of note, but I got a trophy for it. The next mission had me apprehend the main villain, and at the end I received the Book Him trophy, and before the evaluation, got a trophy for fully upgrading a skill. The next trophy is one of the more difficult ones, not because the criteria is hard to meet necessarily, but because the mission it's a part of is a little difficult. Regardless, I survived it, and accidentally received the There Can Be Only One trophy for defeating all the UEDs in under 10 minutes. The next trophy is for the only mission I didn't really enjoy, as it took place in a prison, which the layout was a little bit confusing and constricting, but afterwards I was sent back to the open world area. In the open world area, I had an interesting interaction with another average blonde. This is the last thing I expected.
Missing you already.
What? What the fuck? Later in the same mission, RoboCop has a fun one-liner.
It's frustrating when they ruin even the best schedule.
Everything will go according to plan for the next several decades.
And this cop makes an interesting point.
I hope they throw away the key. Because of your cold-blooded murder, I'll have to reheat my burgers.
He's got a point. This next one I had to look up so I didn't miss, but regardless, I did save the cat from the hotel fire before anyone gets upset at me. Later in the home of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I hacked a turret for the first and last time for the May Be Used Against You trophy. This woman had an interesting story to tell in front of her kid.
I didn't know today's bring your kid to work day.
Had no choice. His nanny killed herself this morning.
What?
What? And then I got a mission for completing the mission. I got a trophy for completing the mission. Jesus Christ. I then once again accidentally completed a trophy for, this time, killing 3 enemies with 1 explosion. Onto the technical last mission of the main story, I fought to get Wendell for the last time, and I'll let the final interaction play out.
Is that so? Everyone stand down.
What are you doing? Why did you stop? That is not what I pay you for!
Turns out you don't pay us at all.
What?
The money transfer didn't go through.
We will settle this.
Have your machines fight your battles for you. We don't work for free. No hard feelings, RoboCop, just business.
I have bigger fish to fry. I'm only human.
Then why don't you die like one?
Finally. After killing Antonowski, I got the trophy Not Arresting You Anymore, followed shortly by a news broadcast of how your actions affect the world. And this man had some special words to share. Monty Sharp drunk guy. And after it was over, the credits rolled, and I got the Nice Shooting Sun trophy to cap off the story. Now, I wish I could say I got all the trophies without replaying any missions, but unfortunately, I missed a hidden PCB board at the train yard and had to redo it. But in my defense, this thing was a little obscure to find, but after looking up how to find it, I made it to the PCB board for the Good Eyes Murphy trophy, completing the last trophy, and unlocking the platinum to serve and protect. This platinum was really fun to do, and unlike some games, didn't require getting an insane number of collectibles. Ghost of Tsushima. The game itself is short and sweet, and so too is the platinum, taking me just over 20 hours, and that's including going back in and just doing that last mission one more time. Overall, I'd highly recommend this game for its gameplay alone. If there are any other games anyone wants to see me platinum, feel free to comment them, and with that, I'm out.